A jazz classic strolls in wearing sunglasses, another one shows up dressed for church but clearly planning a little trouble, and the third just lowers the lights and lets the air change shape. Welcome to Music Storytime, where we gently kidnap your algorithm and introduce it to better taste in music. Enjoy the background music in the free usage playlist, you dirty scoundrels. Now continuing today's focus music band, Horace Silver. That is Horace Silver, and if anyone ever told you hard bop is all theory, posture, and mumbo-jumbo, they have clearly not been hit by one of his piano lines at the exact right moment. Horace Silver had one of the great superpowers in jazz. He could make sophistication feel friendly. Not dumbed down, not watered down, just alive. He helped build hard bop into something sharper, funkier, more soulful, and way more human than the cold marble stereotype people sometimes imagine. His music does not stand at the back of the room adjusting its tie. It leans in, grins, and starts the conversation first. Start with "Song for My Father," because this is the walk. Not just a groove, a walk. The kind of tune that moves like it already knows where it is going and does not need to explain itself twice. This is one of the best songs to check out first if you want the cleanest proof of Horace Silver's genius, because everything that made him special is right there. Economy, cool, melody, rhythm, and that remarkable ability to sound relaxed while still being incredibly precise. It has a Cape Verdean sway underneath it, and the whole tune feels like elegance deciding to travel light. Then there is Sister Sadie, which changes the mood from cool glide to delighted swagger. This is Horace Silver taking gospel heat, blues smirk, and hard bop snap, and tossing them all into the same skillet. The result sounds joyful, sly, and just unruly enough to keep things interesting. This is the song to check out if you want the more extroverted side of Silver, the part of his catalog that feels like a church door swinging open, and somebody inside already knows the band is about to get away with something wonderful. Sister Sadie has personality in every corner. It struts without showing off. And then Peace, which is where Silver reminds you he was never just the man with the groove. He could do hush too, real hush. The kind that does not feel empty but full of thought. This is one of those ballads that does not beg for attention. It just changes the temperature in the room and lets you notice. If Song for My Father is the confident walk and Sister Sadie is the sideways grin, Peace is the exhale after both of them have left their imprint on the air. It is one of the best songs to hear if you want the reflective side of Horace Silver, the one that proves tenderness can be just as authoritative as swing. One of the wackiest and best things about Horace Silver is how often he solved problems other jazz musicians created for themselves. Where some players disappeared into complexity for its own sake, Silver kept the center of the music intact. Melody, pulse, character. He understood that people do not fall in love with mumbo-jumbo. They fall in love with songs. That sounds obvious until you realize how rare it is. And that is why his music lasts. He wrote pieces musicians respect and ordinary listeners remember. That is a tiny club. Hard bop can sometimes get described like a historical category, a museum placard with better shoes. Horace Silver never sounds like a placard. He sounds like motion, conversation, style, and soul, all arranged by someone who knew exactly how much joy could fit inside discipline. So line up Song for My Father, Sister Sadie, and Peace. And you get 3 perfect angles on Horace Silver. One walks, one struts, one breathes. Together they show a composer and pianist who could turn jazz into something warm, sly, elegant, and deeply alive, with enough hard bop glow to light the whole block from the piano bench up.